Hey friends, welcome back to the homestead. The snow has melted. The sun's not quite out. It's been raining like crazy and we're still expected to get a couple more inches this week. So yeah, we're covered in mud. But the chickens are happy and they think it's springtime. But I wanted to show you our, what I call baby chickens. They're not quite so baby anymore. These are the chickens that we let hatch last year. And to our surprise, it actually worked. We hatched out, I believe, a total of 16 chicks and 14 of them survived. I would say that's pretty good odds. Out of those chickens though, the total 14, 6 of them happened to be roosters. Now, if you know anything about roosters, they don't lay eggs and they can be pretty mean. They can be really useful on the homestead. They're really good protectors. They're really good at keeping all the chickens where they're supposed to be. Before we had a rooster, our hens would just kind of wander all over the yard, kind of haphazardly. Ever since we got roosters on the property though, the hens usually stay right near close to the house and we don't have them wandering the edges of the wood line or up onto the road. The only problem that we have had is when we've had multiple roosters, they tend to squabble quite a bit and honestly they can hurt each other. That's not what these chickens are for. We wanted to raise these chickens to, number one, experiment and see if we could actually hatch chickens on our own here on the property without any intervention, and it worked. Number two, we want a continual source for meat birds. In the past, we have grown a lot of meat birds in our subcompact chicken tractors and been able to have a lot of fun with that and learn a lot, but it still requires us to order the birds each year, find a source for them that's not crazy expensive, feed them a ton, they eat so much, and then finally have a huge processing day where we have to get everybody together and do all the processing all at one time. And that is an effective way to raise meat and store it in your freezer. But what we were looking for is a more sustainable way to, hey, when we want to have a chicken, maybe it's not the quality of meat that we're used to, but it's definitely something that we can just go out, take out of our flock, remove a chicken that needs to be removed, and put it in the pot and have dinner. So that's kind of what the plan is for these guys. We did have to remove some of the roosters from our little flock here because they were starting to fight. And I found one up across the street the other day. One was down by the bees, and it was pretty clear that they were getting pushed out of the group. We still do have 3 roosters in this one flock that all seem to be doing really well together. This is Noodle. He was the second guy to hatch out of here. That's Goose. He's a beautiful rooster. He also decided he liked the Christmas tree. And that's King. I guess you can tell why that's King. He is top roost around here, keeps everybody in line, and when everybody complies, we don't have any problems. That's Mama Hen. She's one of our hens from the old flock. So what we did with the other boys, we've got Lloyd and Harry over here in their cage, and I was gonna put Richard in there with him, but he was being a little bit too much of a Richard, so he's in solitary confinement. We just have them setting up here in the chicken tractors for the next few weeks until we're ready to get hungry. Richard, I think that you're gonna be the first to go there, buddy. So he was just picking on everybody else. I think that he was the one that was actually running everybody off and causing some issues. But then King would have at it with him and it was just causing all kinds of mess. I'm keeping King and Goose because I like the coloration of them, and possibly sometime when Oddball has proved his usefulness ineffective, I may move one of those over there with the other hens and see if we can hatch out some more chicks with a little bit more of the darker coloration and the larger bodies, because they produce larger eggs. Those are our chickens. That's what we're doing. Still have a lot more work to do, but it seems to be having fun. Lloyd and Harry seem to be happy for the time being. Richard's being a Richard. An Oddball, well, we love him. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it informative or entertaining, please hit the thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. See more of what we have going on here on the homestead. We'll see you guys on the next video. You good with that, Cole? And Harvey? Daisy? You good with this? Yeah? These go boys. These go boys.